Welcome, Lee here from Play Guitar Academy. Are you bored with the same old guitar warm-ups? I get it, most warm-ups are repetitive, they're not inspiring, they're a snooze fest. But today I've got 5 game-changing exercises that will not only get your hands moving, but also improve your picking and your stretching and your finger coordination. Also, I'll be taking some additional skills and adding them into the exercises. So we can take advantage of this daily practice and put all this stuff in long-term memory where you can just play it and not have to think about it so much. But before we get started, to get the most out of these warm-ups, we need to open up the entire fretboard and stop playing in just 1 or 2 patterns. Take a second, click the link in the description, download my free Big 4 scale pattern worksheet, and you can change your guitar playing today. Let's take a look at the exercises. In exercise 1, we're going to be doing hybrid picking. This is different than your regular down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4 stuff. We're going to be going across strings and we're going to be mixing different picking techniques. We're going to be using the pick between our first finger and our thumb, but we'll use our middle finger and our ring finger for more of a finger style approach too. This is great for playing leads. It's great for playing double stops. It's great for playing rhythm guitar as well too. And if you've ever tried it, you know that it's tough to sync these things up. So doing this in your warm-up is going to be great. Let's take a look here. So we're going to start at the 2nd fret of the low E string and play that with the pick. Now on the A string 1st fret, we're going to pluck that with our middle finger, and then on the D string 2nd fret, we're going to pluck that with our ring finger. Now I'm not letting him ring. I'm playing 1 at a time. Now to continue this, we're going to go up a fret each time, till we get from the 2nd fret to the 5th fret. And then we're going to move to the next set of strings. Now the next set of strings. And finally the high 3 strings. Do that for a few minutes, actually move it all the way across the fretboard, and you're going to have some really strong finger independence and be able to go back and forth with these 2 techniques all the time. Okay, let's take a look at exercise number 2. This is our legato and tap warm up here. So we are taking a look, we're getting our hand-eye coordination, but we're also incorporating a new technique into this warm up as well. Our legato tap warm up starts on the 5th fret of the low E string. We're going to use our first finger, and then we're going to hammer on 7 and 8. Then we're going to move to the A string, hammer on 5th fret and the 7th fret. But now we're going to hit the 12th fret on that A string. That's the end of the phrase. Then we're going to start this now on the A string. So we can pull off that 12th string to the 5th fret. 5, 7, 8, 5, 7 on D string, and then the 12th fret on the D string. And then we have on the D string, pull off to the 5th fret, 7, 8, 5 on G now, 7, and then 12. Pull off, 5, 7, 8, and now on the B string, 5, 7, 12th fret, pull off to 5, 5, 7, 8, 5 on the high E string, 7, and then the 12th fret. This is going to strengthen both hands. It's going to make legato much more fluid and much more easy for you to play. In exercise number 3, we're going to be taking a look at how one note occurs in all of the different patterns of the major scale. In patterns 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as you're going across, you're going to need to know your strong notes. It's like punctuation at the end of a sentence. So let's take a look at these. On pattern 2, we have an F on the low E string, 1st fret, then the 3rd fret on the D string, and then 1st fret on the high E string. Now we move to pattern 3. Our F is now at the 3rd fret of the D string and the 6th fret of the B string. Now we move to pattern 4, and now our notes are going to be at the 8th fret on the A string and 6th fret on the B string. Now we go to pattern 5. We're going to have 8th fret on the A string, but 10th fret on the G string. Now we go back to pattern 1. We have 13th fret on the low. Then we have 10th fret on the G string, and then 13th fret on the high string. And that brings us back to where we started. 13 on the E, 15 on the B, and 13 on the high E. If you can play that, that is all of your key notes in all of the 5 positions. It's very powerful. I practice this all the time. I just go through it. It helps me in so many different ways. Sometimes I might be in the middle of the guitar and I'm not really sure what notes I'm playing. I always know what note I'm playing because I can find it in this little pattern that I'd play during my warm-ups. It's great for music theory. It's great for opening up the fretboard, and it's fun to play too. Exercise number 4. This is the major third interval shape exercise. When you get into music theory, you start to learn about intervals. These are the distances between notes, and they all have a certain sound. And in this exercise, I'm using this shape here. This is a little diagonal line. It's from a root note to a major third. Different shapes have different sounds. And if you can learn to pick them out and see where they sit in different places on the guitar, you have those sounds at your fingertips whenever you want them. So what I like to do is I like to find where are all of my major thirds that have this shape on the guitar. So this is a G going to a B. This is a G major going to a B major. So where do we have that on the second set of strings? This is on the 3rd fret of the low E string, that's my G, and then on the 2nd fret of the A string, that's my B. But we also have that same shape up here at the 4th and 5th fret. 5th fret on the D, and then 4th fret on the B. So we have an octave of that. Next, we have another octave up. So if we go on the B string to the 8th fret, and then on the high E string to the 7th fret. So there we go, 3 octaves in a row. And there's one other place where you find this. This is on the A string at the 10th fret to D string on the 9th fret. So we kind of go down an octave for that. Sometimes I'll do down up picking for this. Sometimes I'll do hybrid picking for it. I'm doing hybrid right now. And what you can do is make an exercise out of this going up a fret each time. That's G sharp, A, and so forth, going back and forth. This is really going to help you see these shapes on the guitar. It's going to get some string skipping going on. You can practice it different ways, different techniques, and it's going to open up the fretboard like you wouldn't believe. Okay, in exercise number 5, we're going to finish this up with a 1 finger per string exercise. This is finger independence, precision, and it's also moving from string to string to string to string. We're getting a lot of distance in a short amount of time. We're assigning each finger to one string, index to low, middle to the A, and so on. So 2nd finger on the low string, that's a downstroke. 1st finger on the A string, that's an upstroke. Now we're moving to the D string, 4th finger, 4th fret on that one. Then 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the G string, that's an upstroke. 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the B string, downstroke. And then 1st finger, 1st fret on the high E string. So now we're going to take that up to the next fret and move it backwards. That'll be 2E, 3D, 4G, 5D, 2A, and then 3 low E string. So both of those together. And then we'll do the same thing up for the next 2 frets as well. So this exercise is important because it builds control, finger independence, dexterity, helps with clean fretting, and some string separation. Well, thanks for playing along today. There you go. 5 warm-up exercises that are anything but boring. We've covered hybrid picking, legato tapping, single string exercises, 1 note per pattern exercises, and major third intervals. Thanks to all of our Academy members over at playguitaracademy.com who are tearing into the tab guitar profiles from this lesson right now. And don't forget to download my free Big 4-Scale pattern worksheet. It's going to make all of this easier for you. And as always, let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great practice. I'll see you in the next lick video.